Okay, so this is what we're going to have to try and replace this section here. I want to try and keep the transformer as it's working. I need a flathead. It's not often you need a flathead screwdriver. Okay, we're going to have to remove the wires from the transformer. Okay, for now, just so these don't get mixed up, I'm just going to solder them together. So this is 15 volts on each one of these. If I just solder the two 15 volt outputs there. Okay, there it is. Not a lot on there. I'm going to have to salvage these caps that I put on last time because I'm sure they'll be fine. So this board accepts two about 15-16 volts AC lines from the transformer and converts that to a plus or minus 13 volts for the synthesizer, which draws about 200 milliamps. Very basic construction, no solder mask on there at all. Okay, so here is the Velleman kit, symmetric 1 amp power supply. We have the instruction manual, which is basically the same as the PDF in the computer. Ein Metallenbehunzig gebuchen als Coldprofil. For all our German viewers. Dave. And a little piece of advertising. Oh, so we have a sticker there. PCB. Single-sided. And connectors, caps. So I'm going to follow this page here, which tells us there is the component names and values. I have a little breadboard which is connected to my multimeter, just so I can check any values as we go. And we have the fume extractor where we're going to be working. Okay, so the first thing is a jumper J1, which is here. Okay, diodes. So when we're cutting the legs off here, we can double check that we have actually soldered everything. Just keep an eye out. Okay, there's the diodes. What's next? There's two 120 ohm resistors. Which I'll just double check, just in case somebody had a bad day in the factory. Yep, 120 ohms. ohms. That's R1 and R2. R4, R3, R1, R2. Personally, I would have put the resistors in first because they are a little bit thinner, so we have a little bit of movement there. That is sloppy. Okay, so the next two R3, R4 should be 2.2K. I kind of save all my legs so I can use them as wire links for other projects and things. Very useful. Okay, that's the resistors. Now the caps. C3 and C4, 100 nanofarad. It should say 104 on these. Yep, 104. So C3, C4. Tin pots. They're both 2K2. What are these? VR1, sorry, RV1, RV2. So there's no thermals on any of these vias here, so any of the earth contacts do require a fair amount of heat to make a nice solder joint. Okay, terminal blocks. Quite hard to get these mixed up. And of course, the cable wants to come in this side, so that will be going there. That's that one. And there we go. If I can get this turned over. Okay, good. And we can let gravity work for us. Okay, so now we've got the LEDs and the shorter leg goes to the cathode. And the LEDs are here. So the shorter leg goes to the cathode. Again, I would have put these in earlier. I don't know why they go in now. I'm sorry. I'm not very keen on bending over legs, because if later on you need to take out a component, if they're straight, then it's going to come out a lot easier. Okay, so let's trim those legs off. So electrolytic capacitors, there's 4 of these little ones here, 10 microfarad, and C5, 6, 7 and 8. C5, 6, 7, 8. So the negative is the short lead, positive is the longer. So that's marked that way around. Yes, we're going to just solder one leg of each. Well, that looks pretty good. One more double check. Okay, what's next? Now we have the, I'm going to attempt to run this without the heatsink, so we'll see what happens. VR1 is the LM317, 337, LM317, VR1. And VR2 LM337. Okay, that's it. That was pretty easy. So the last thing we'll do is just and there it is. All we have to do now is mount this into the keyboard. Just simply drilled some holes to put some spacers in, and then screwed the board into the spacers. Okay, so we've plugged it in, plugged the transformer into the AC input. So let's plug it in, see if it blows up. No, good. And we have some red lights. Okay, I was going to double check the voltage coming into the board. So we're going to measure volts AC. £16 15.6. Okay, cool. Let's measure the DC output. -16, -13. Looking good. Just unpower. Wonder if I can. Okay, I can screw that probe in there. So I'm not sure which pot does which. No. So we're going to bring this down to 13 volts off load, and then we'll plug the keyboard in and see how much it drops by. Okay, so we have a plus and minus 13 volts. Okay. As an initial test, when I turn it on, we should see the LFO light start flashing. Okay, looking good. So let's just measure the voltage now. .2, 13.2. So I guess we had ought to. Let's see if we can get that bang on. Okay, great. So far so good. Okay, she's back together. I don't know if you can see on the camera, all the F keys are a different colour. Starting to, must be some bromide or something in there.